Okay, before I get started, Nowa Basen, the Polish Warriors publishers, recently released a brand new hardcover edition of Into the Wild, and they decided to send me a copy so I could share it with you all. What's super cool about this book is that there are illustrations for every chapter in the book, so 25 super detailed art pieces of Firepaw and all the others. Honestly, I'm just amazed by all the effort that went into this. Some of my favorites would have to be Warm Rusty at a Window, Cute Ravenpaw when he caught the snake, Yellowfang hissing at Kits, the glittering moonstone, the rats with glowing red eyes, a dramatic river crossing, and Firepaw eavesdropping. For my Polish audience, you can simply order the book from the Nowa Basen website, link in the description. If you are outside Poland, please contact the following email if you are interested in ordering the book. This is what I see as peak effort for Warrior Cats book design. Absolutely phenomenal. The English books don't even come close. In fact, sometimes they land on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. While many covers are amazing, some end up being generic or uninspired. Today, I will be counting down the top 10 worst covers in the English Warrior Cats books. Covers that are ugly or lazy. I won't be including any field guides or novellas on this list because different standards go into the making of those. Anyways, let's begin. Number 10. Bramble Star's Storm. Super Edition covers are interesting. On the surface, they are simplistic, but when you take those book jackets off, you often get some of the best covers out there. Mothflight's vision has a really cool bright moonstone in the background, and the original Blue Star's Prophecy art with her shining blue pelt in the forest is absolutely iconic. But some Super Editions don't live up to that, and Bramble Star's Storm is one of them. The cover for this book is really dark and gloomy, and not in a cool way. Its colors are really washed out. It's hard to really take in the scenery because it's all one big blur. It's disappointing because they definitely could have done something interesting with the intense rainstorm in the book. Number 9. The Old Last Hope cover. The conflict of new versus old Warriors covers is an interesting one, because while old covers are generally better from a style standpoint, there are times when the new covers work much better at conveying intense emotion. The Last Hope is one of those times. The original Last Hope cover did nothing to really capture an epic conclusion. This is a dark book, but the Firestar on the original cover is not very dark, and the glittering eyes of the Dark Forest cats are more ridiculous than scary. In comparison, the realistic style of the new one makes it look so much more intense. You can really feel the darkness of the environment and the deadness of the trees, and Firestar looks much more upset, as he should be when the clans are in danger of collapsing. The old one just can't compare. Number 8. Crooked Star's Promise. So, what's Crooked Star's defining trait? Well, his crooked jaw, of course. So, what does his Super Edition do? Not feature that jaw at all. Such a dumb decision on the publisher's end. And it doesn't help that the background behind the book jacket is incredibly bland. Number 7. The new Thunder Rising cover and River of Fire. I don't have to explain this one much. Just look at them. Both have a very similar fire background, and then the front cat is just mirrored between the two. On their own it's okay, but the fact that they pretty much reused the cover makes it a pretty easy candidate for this list. I have nothing else to say except that Dawn of the Clans should never have had their covers redone in the first place. The poor things hardly had a chance to breathe before getting replaced. Number 6. The Old Eclipse cover. Eclipse as a book had a dramatic villain introduction with Soul, and a super obvious climax with a huge battle ending in a solar eclipse. So we get Jayfeather on the cover, and a super generic background that does nothing to match the intensity that comes with the longest battle of Warrior Cats so far. Now the new Eclipse cover does have Soul, and that new fiery ring around the moon is so much better. The original captures no emotion in comparison. Number 5. The new Darkest Hour cover. This one makes it so high on the list because it is such a massive downgrade from the original Darkest Hour. Having the lion reflection to match Lion Clan was super cool, and the sunset is just so great. On the new cover, it's just Firestar's reflection and nothing else. That's just so underwhelming, especially for how dramatic the book is. Number 4, the old Firestar's Quest cover. The first Super Edition. So, what's so bad? Well, take the book jacket off. What is this? Not only does Firestar look super awkward, the background is practically non-existent. It looks so naked, as if they didn't plan on people actually seeing it. Number 3, the new Blue Star's Prophecy cover. I made an entire video on this after its announcement, so I had to give it a reappearance here. It's okay if they don't want to make Blue Star into a blueberry, but this weird gray Yellowfang stuff is going too far in the wrong direction. And because this design is only for paperback books, there is no background to save it. Just look at the interpretation of Blue Star in Polish Into the Wild. Now that's an inspired design. In comparison, this Blue Star is trash, and she should really use less eyeliner. Even with my very beginner Photoshop skills, I made it way better, or at least more faithful to the original Blue Star's Prophecy cover, which I love. Number 2, the entire new Prophecy. I have to put all the new Prophecy covers into the same place because it's the same story with all of them. There is no personality. The faces are all way too close up, they never show any expression, and there isn't much background to give any ambience. The new covers aren't all bad. Power of 3 and Omen of the Stars are actually pretty decent with their variety. But these are completely rushed and uninspired. But hey, boring covers are a good match for boring books. Number 1, the old Long Shadows cover. So you take the book with the fire scene, the most iconic scene in Warrior Cats, and the background is nothing but a green blur. There's no attempt at all to make anything. Where's the fire? Don't tell me they're trying to hide the spoiler. The very first page of the book is a sneak peek for the fire. So why not put fire on the cover? And why Soul? He's relevant early in the book, but it's Ashfur who takes the climax. And Ashfur is fittingly chosen for the new cover, which unfortunately still doesn't have the fire, but at least it makes an effort, unlike this mess. Alright, that concludes the list. Thankfully, most Warriors covers are actually pretty good, but these are the biggest stinkers in my opinion.